Give you guys a crypto market update. So many bullish things going on, and I am even more excited for artificial intelligence crypto plays than I have been. And if you've been following, you know that I've been talking about artificial intelligence plays being a very big sector for a while. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been a very big component of WorldCoin, backed by Sam Altman. And there is a massive AI arms race happening as we speak. And I told you the other day that I was going to spill you some of my opinion. But the reality of it is Elon Musk made a poor decision in what he said and did when it comes to Donald Trump. Now, looks like they've mended that relationship, but once you do something and you go behind someone's back like Donald Trump, he's not somebody that's going to say, okay, you can come back into my circle. So what I've noticed is that Sam Altman has been slowly creeping in. And it's something that you guys got to understand. The AI race right now is between ChatGPT and Tesla, or Grok and X, and what Elon's doing over there. That's really the race, in our country at least. And you have other countries like China and stuff like that, but you get the point. And the reason why I've been so big on WorldCoin is because you can't bet against ChatGPT. You can't believe the articles you see, oh, ChatGPT's failing. Oh, no, it's not. Because if you actually dig a little bit deeper, they have some very powerful things that have released and are going to be releasing. All I'm saying is I think it's silly to bet against Sam Altman. And well, he's the guy behind WorldCoin. Now let's add some other interesting stuff that came out. The modern financial system is changing and crypto is rewriting the rules. Now, the other day, you saw me talking a little bit about what Russia was saying about how we're going to eliminate our debt with our crypto, or with crypto. The U.S. is going to literally eliminate 35 or 36, whatever, $37 trillion of debt through crypto. And how they're going to do it is by devaluing the currency. And if they devalue the currency, that means that they're going to be printing more money. And if they print more money, that means that assets go up. And when you print enough money, you have a period of prosperity where things get a little crazy, right? There's enough money floating around, and people are happy, and they're not broke, and their wages are going up. The interest rates are coming down, so they're able to refinance, and they're able to buy a home, and things are prosperous. People tend to take more risk, and that's the debt cycle we've been talking about, and that's coming. And that's why things like this coming out of Eric Trump's mouth are very important. And it's sad because there's a lot of people that just despise the Trumps so much that they're missing out on this because of their hatred towards the Trump family and Republicans and conservatives. And, well, unfortunately, that's who's president in your eyes, right? But at the same time, you have an opportunity to just follow what they're saying and what they're doing, and you're going to make money over time, because it's very clear that our modern financial system is broken, which I've been telling you guys for the last 10 years, from Facebook all the way to TikTok to X and Instagram and many more. And I was trying to show you a book. I'll take it off the screen in a second. If you read this book, The Bitcoin Standard, I know it's backwards, but it's The Bitcoin Standard, well, you'd understand that what I've been saying is true. It's all coming. Everything is coming on to the blockchain. Everything is going to be tokenized. Everything that we do that has to do with money or proof, you need proof that it's yours, is coming on the blockchain. Now the question is which ones, and this is why we diversify. And the last thing is understanding what's behind me. You have bears and you have bulls, right? Bears are going to be people and market makers that push the market down, media and people that push the market down. Meanwhile, they're slowly accumulating while they FUD people out of the market, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. They create fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which makes the average investor sell too early or just doesn't invest at all. Then you have the bulls. I'm a bull. I'm very rarely a bear, because I know even though we have bear markets and ups and downs, I'd rather stay being a bull and dollar cost averaging over the years, because, well, one, it's made me a multimillionaire, and it can make you one too. No guarantees. I'm not a financial advisor. Always invest at your own risk. Full disclaimer. But the reality of it is, because of what I'm showing you, because of what the Trump administration is pushing, because of where AI is going, because of this new technology, blockchain, the entire world has to shift. They don't want to. The banking system doesn't want to. The people that are making money off the current system don't want to, but they have to. There's nothing that they can do about it. The technology will win. And we are finally at that stage where the fighting back and forth is over, and we're going to be coming into a massive bull market. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines, I'm going to ask you this. Imagine over the last year or 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, and you haven't been buying crypto. Maybe you were burnt here and there and you said, I'm done. But imagine if you just kept buying Bitcoin, or you just kept buying Solana, or you just kept buying Cardano, if you just kept buying multiple cryptos. Some over the last couple of years have done okay. Some have done better than others. My point is, if you've diversified and you invested into the right cryptos, and it's very, I think, personally, it's very easy to establish which ones are going to win. You just have to follow the money, follow the people, which ones are actually making strides in industry, making connections with other companies, working with the banking institutions, working with governments, being praised by tech oligarchs. That's how you find out which ones are going to win. And if you have been just dollar cost averaging into all these different cryptos, Cardano, right? We talk about all the time. We talk about WorldCoin. We talk about ICP. That thing's going to come back with a vengeance. We talk about XRP, XDC, Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ondo. The list goes on and on. You have been establishing a consistent pattern of buying, and you've created a habit of buying. You'd have so much more crypto than today, because all of that money that could have been used to dollar cost average over the last six months or year or 2 years or whatever, you didn't put it in a savings account. Most people don't. You put it somewhere else that lost value. And you can't just go take it out and redeem that in most cases, which is why I talk about and I preach from the rooftops, from the mountain fucking highs, that dollar cost averaging, regardless of where the market is, will bring you to financial freedom if you pick the right projects and you have patience. So it's about time that you start understanding this, don't you think? Hope that gives you guys some insight on how this market works, how you can make it, and gives you a different perspective. And if you are a Trump hater, put that aside for a minute and understand that regardless of him, the world is going blockchain. And all you got to do is read this book. Make sure you guys like, share, follow. We'll see you guys soon.